You know, I'm sitting here thinking about Cronus, the guy who ate his sons. I would think God give everybody a chance. Like even when you go to hell, I think you get 3 chances before you go to hell. It's like prison. You go to prison 3 times, but in hell you go to hell 3 times. It's over. Strike out. You gone. You done. So when you come back, let's say you got 10, you got kids and sentences. So what you got in your kids like 18 years, or is it 10 years in the Astro? So you have let's say you got 3 kids. You got 10, 20, 30 years. You got 3 kids. You gotta do right by them 3 kids. If you do wrong by them 3 kids, you're going back to hell. Something like that. Like, it don't matter what you're doing this for. It does. It does matter. Kids is symbolic for something. I have a kid. That's why I don't have no. I got in trouble when I had my child. I wasn't supposed to have no kid. Unless it was by another angel. But that's in other words, I wasn't supposed to have no kid. Because your chances of getting with another angel is slim to none. It ain't slim to none, but it's like being with a twin flame, soulmate. It's kind of slim to none. And when the timeline off, it's slim to none. So in other words, I wasn't supposed to have no kid. So you got kids. I was thinking about my pop. What is his problem? Like, I was thinking about the author of the story. Like, at the end of the day, it's God's book. So it's like, I'm trying to figure out what's the reason for this chaos. And for me, at least I done got to the point of the energy. Almost. The energy. Like I said, out of 8.2 billion people, I done narrowed it down to 3 or 4 or 7 energies that's bothering me consistently. Okay, they past time life lovers, of course. Then you got some powerful pastime lovers that can body jump. A female can jump in a man in the next lifetime. So then I got down to the point that who is God trying to save? You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, if I was an addition to the family, to save the family, of course they're trying to save the family, but what energy exactly are they trying to wake up? I know one being my pop, and the other one could be my mom, because she's psyched out too, but there's a particular energy. I feel like I'm missing one more energy that's desperately need to be, I want to say soul need to be saved. And that's where the chaos is originating from. And you can't find these energies. And then once you find them, will they even change? If they don't change, it's like Pharaoh. It's just like Pharaoh. Like, there's something missing right there, bro. Like, when you listen to what I'm trying to say is, this is gonna bring clarity to what I'm trying to say. Moses' story. Obviously, God wanted Pharaoh to change his ways. I felt like it wouldn't have went so far. I know it was telling the story and this and that. All that was supposed to happen too, but it was almost like God wanted Pharaoh to change his ways, though. So they ancient souls, they historic souls, probably older than Moses. So when you look at these energies, these souls, they are like hard drives. ancient, old, probably older than Raw, everybody. Ancient. So the information, the download in these souls, not vessels, but in these souls, are historic. In other words, it would be devastating probably for God to delete them. And that's when that energy do stuff like that. That's what I look at the world like. I look at the world like a computer chip. It's easier that way. And it's like, this is a virus. Why is a virus? Man, I wish I could talk to her. I wish Steve Jobs was here. I could tap into him, but I need to talk to somebody. I don't need to ask her. And then after I talk to somebody about computers real good, then I had a question to ask Steve Jobs. I need a full-on conversation with somebody who actually loves and obsessed with building computers. Because it's like, it's a virus in this program that I need. You get what I'm saying? So a soul is a program. Like, this ain't drawing. This is called Scrupple. I think they call it Scrupple. It ain't drawing. I think it's very ancient. But yeah, it's a virus in a program. So it's almost like when I look at these stuff, I can think more clear for some reason. I definitely could turn on my third eye. I can show other people how to turn on their third eye, but they'll have to be here. That was the whole purpose in it. I was gonna come up with a book or something like this, whatever though. Been trapped in this bottle for so long. Other ideas starting to other ideas are starting to come. I'm actually holding creativity back, which is starting a little bit stress me out a little bit. Stuff like that stresses me out more than this situation. It's pretty brilliant, ain't it? I had to learn how to it's like God put me on a mission. I didn't like that, but I found out a long time ago I was on a mission, and it ain't for me. It's for to save certain souls. I'm guessing one of them is my flame, but she's straight. She know what she need to do. Whether she do it or not is on her. Sometimes she walks straight, sometimes she bend again. But I think that's just the drug. If she ever just fade the drugs out, she'll heal herself. So my job with her is done. Honestly, I feel like I successfully done that. Because whether I'm in her life or not, I feel like if she's still living, if they still give her the chance to live, she gonna straighten up eventually. But then the other two, there's one more missing. I know my pop want on, but I don't think my mom want on. My mom, there's groups here that incarnate together. My mom and my brother and a few others got damaged in the incarnation. We the wild team, team 2. We'll jump off the heavens and land here. Which don't end up right. It'll be like you're jumping off the heavens and you're landing in this shuttle, which is your parents, but you don't land right, or whatever, something like that. And you wind up throw it off when you're born, or whatever. Or it could have been an interference in the previous lifetime, or where you jump and old people following you from a previous lifetime intervene, which called basically a crash landing. And that's how you get people that come out with their minds ain't right and they attack you. They just don't know how to stop attacking you. They just go, whatever they program was meant to do, they gonna do the opposite. And it's gonna totally destroy your world if you don't try to drift around them. Like after my pop, like I said, I probably gotta deal with my mama. That ain't gonna work though. That ain't gonna work. Unless God changed the energy a little bit. But that won't work. Me and my mom cannot stay together, bro. Because she attacks me. She won't. It's like my sister or auntie, one of them, we had this life before, and they was in my position, actually a female. Like the energy, Jesus energy, I think can play any energy on earth. Like a female played it last time as the queen of whatever, got the money, and it was a successful life. But somehow they mixed that life up with this one, and they think they gotta be a queen again. With that being said, my mom and the team I came here and landed with was supposed to intercept her, but since it was a crash landing, they protected her and they intercepted me, and which caused total chaos and ruckus, I think. So with that being said, all the energy is just off, and so they started attacking. It's like my mom hell bent on my sister getting it too, but it ain't her time to get it. If it was the inherited money, the common sense of the way the script is wrote out, it would be to her instead of them taking everything. They keep taking it, and at this point, everybody looking foolish and slow. But that's what my energy do. It slows you down. It don't matter if you're a genius from Harvard. It don't matter. If you keep attacking me, you're gonna become slowed down, and everybody around you gonna notice it. That's why I love my energy. Like, I can tell you a friend or not to me ASAP. It don't even matter. And the bad thing about it is, though, if you got any kind of, let me shut up. People already scared of it. The guy had to tell me that. I was like, why am I alone? You put me on earth by myself. And I kept going back and forth with God about that for a long time. And then he finally told me, it's your energy, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It's the light of God inside you. I was like, oh, okay. Unless you don't want to be with me no more, that's what you're going to have to deal with, basically. So I'm like, well, I guess I got to deal with it for the rest of my life. You know, so. But anyway, back to the facts. So it's like I hate the fact that one more energy is missing. But my pop, it's like something could have possessed him. I don't even think my soul in my pop. I think it's some pastime lover. Cause the moves he makes is kind of like feminine, you know what I mean? It don't make sense for a masculine to do that. But it's almost like somebody else controlling his vessel. And I feel that. I'm guessing everybody else probably feel it too. It's something off about it. And you know, that makes sense. That brings clarity on the sexual relationships. I ain't gonna go into it 'cause I know you two won't play it. But it does. If a pastime lover, which is a female, jump in your next lifetime, and this lover was a female, but this female jump into a male in the next lifetime, that would definitely throw shit all the way off. Right? That's me. That's what I do. I already done figured out that part. I just never tell it, 'cause I know y'all cut me off. I kind of done figured that out, though. Because I seen a lifetime after, God let me see a lifetime after this, what happened to those people. And it ain't like they go to hell. It's literally something off in the energy, literally. And it get fixed in the next lifetime. It's amazing, y'all. It's amazing. This is a hell of a game. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out, if he a program, he could be Chronos. If it ain't no woman inside, he definitely Chronos. Chronos ate his kids in the ancient times. Well, if you fast forward those ancient times to these times, of course, and the human beings are not being so massive like gods, and they're more like humans, then of course eating the kids would be like eating the life around them, eating every opportunity they got, eating everything they got. Well, some of these people on their third chance, they go to hell this time. That's why I'm trying to find this other person, 'cause I feel like we really done. I feel like I made ground with the flame. regardless of how evil and wicked she probably still is. She know. I can feel it since we, you know what I'm saying, was once one. I can feel her heart, you know what I'm saying? Her heart changed. Your heart got to change first before it change. The internal must change first before the external. So your heart got to change first, and then since it's seared, your heart got to change first, and then you got to get your mind and your heart to work on the same accord, which is a long ass process when you actually think about it the way I'm talking about it. Once you do that, then it'll go from the internal to the external. So she got about 10 years, 5 to 10 years. 5 years if she go hard right now and just say, I'm finna do everything, quit everything, I'm finna solid up and go ahead and hit the hard shit. It'll be about 5 years. But I ain't seen nobody in my life go that hard in my life except for myself. So it'll be about 10 years. It'll be about 10 years. So I'm trying to pass this test. Like my real mission on earth is it's irrelevant to the world, but it's relevant to me. And it's like, okay, I got this one. This one right here got some issues. I even talked to God about it. And God was, I ain't gonna tell y'all that part, but I think we got it. But like I said, if he Chronos, then if you fast forward to this lifetime, a parent eating a child's life will be eating everything around it. What that mean? That means he gonna sabotage your relationships and not sleep with them. He gonna sabotage your friends' relationships. He gonna sabotage everything around you, and then it's gonna go from friends to legions. Hell, like legion. Like all these people out here, especially that neighbor over there. I'm really tired of him. But they always got to look, you know, to some of these people are already aggressive. Like some of these people got family members that done cut people in halves and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? When they rob folks, they tied them up and cut their limbs off and stuff. Some of these people live over here, and their minds ain't right already. So when Chronos go around and, because I used to chill with them, go over there, smoke cigarette, chop it up. I mean, we in the slum, you gonna, just about everybody you deal with got some kind of grimy ass dark past, and it's better to know about it than not to know about it if you want to survive. So when they started gang stalking me and paying my community, it got ugly. But then I had to get ugly. That's why when I listened to them Christian messages, spiritual messages, I listened to them, and then that way I can't walk it like that right there, because these is legion. You know what I'm saying? They'll chop you up for being not overly righteous. They'll chop you up for being too kind-hearted and stuff. They'll just go ahead and get rid of your ass, bro, because it make them mad. You ever seen a woman, you say, I'm sorry, baby, and she trying to beat you and everything. You say, I'm sorry. Okay, baby, she beat you even more, and she'll beat you even more, and then she'll beat you, and it'll get so aggressive, they'll pull a knife on you and stab you to death. You know, because they ain't human no more, they're actually demons. And since I grew out of that years ago, I went on ahead and seen when they started changing on me in this situation. I switched gears on their ass. I had to tell them, send message, because he was dealing with that flame. And I told her a long time, it was a long time ago when this shit first, about 4 or 5 years ago when it first started. I said, you better, I ain't telling y'all what I told him. And then he finally backed the hell up. But I basically told him I'd do you in, but I ain't gonna waste no time with you. Because I already know your history, your family history, and what y'all be doing. I'm not gonna waste no time with your ass. And he just fall back, he just sit over there and stare, look crazy. That's the best thing for him to do. You get what I'm saying? It's like if you know somebody have the potential of being a full-fledged killer, you're gonna have to handle them a different way, period. Because somehow they still here, ain't going to jail, ain't dying or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just be like, what the hell? And that's what I really been talking to God about. Cause I know a lot of people like this, females and males, and I be like, why are these people still here and they harassing everybody? They're not good people, old or young, they evil, pure evil. So it's like, okay, it's gotta be a test in the game. It's something in the game that we ain't figuring out. I unlocked this before, but hell, it was like when I was a teenager. But when I did, it's like all the energy shifted and lifted. But hell, I can't remember. I had help then. I had my brother with me then. And it was like we were both high priests and he could see something that I couldn't see. That damn part that I can't see, I'm still blind in that area, bro. But yeah, if he Chronos, I'm trying to figure out the energy. Like, how would you change Chronos? But anyway, so that's when God told me the story about the kids. Okay, think about it, y'all. You got the kids, right? Chronos ate his kid. Okay. He go to prison, which is hell. Alright. That story must have been that story must have kept going over and over again. Repeat. So what would you do? Like, you would always bring Chronos back with the same amount of kids. If he mess up with them same amount of kids, do the same thing with them kids, he gotta go back to hell. But from what God told me, this time when these people go to hell, they gonna stay there. So I'm trying to find this third party. Cause this one right here is a headache. He ready to take it to the grave. Him and my mama ready to take it to the grave. But God told me to look over my mama and my brother because they were damaged in the incarnation. I wish I'm saying this now, hoping YouTube. I ain't never seen YouTube play no shit like this on YouTube. It's different and it's new. And it's above and beyond. I ain't really truly got nobody to talk about this except for God and my ancestors, the Akashic Records. But it's amazing, ain't y'all? But it's like you get these kids, you gotta do right by these kids, but it's like, I don't wanna say this because I don't want people to try to, well, I can say it, it won't swap up there, but it's like, let's say you got 3 kids, you gotta get it right with at least one of them kids. But my advice is to get it right, do right by all 3 of them, of course. But you gotta get it right by at least one of them. I was an additional, and they screwed up all of them already, so I was an additional. So that's when I learned that the energy that we're trying to save is historical. See what I'm talking about? This ain't got nothing to do with this world. You know what I'm saying? Once you start, well, me, when I started living in my purpose and stuff, it ain't got nothing to do with this world anymore. It's out of this world. It's irrelevant to this world. What I'm talking about is it ain't irrelevant to the world. It's really very relevant to the world, but it's irrelevant to the world because this shift in this energy shift a lot of more energy. So let's say if I was a wealthy person and I was going through some traumatic stuff and nobody knows about it because I'm rich, but I know because I'm in this family with these wealthy people. If that person that recognized the energy can save the negative energy that's destroying everybody, it'll save. You see what I'm saying? You see the dramatic approach. The traumatic approach on the whole world, the effect that it'll have on the whole world if you help that particular individual. If you save that particular individual who's been evil and been narcissistic, been everything, if you save, but don't try to do that. I'm just doing that because I'm on my purpose. So I had to get trained by God. I had to be trained by God and everything to get to this position. Don't do that. You got to get on your purpose first, which is what's your damn, and start, before you even think about getting help, you gotta break generational curses, which is the simple thing. Sex, drugs, the typical stuff. You know what I'm saying? You need to worry about that food, overeating, gluttony, 7 deadly sins. You need to worry about that because obviously that gotta have a lot of work because my ex-wife sacrificed me and we had a beautiful family. What the hell did she do that for? She actually took my life and helped the enemy and gave my life to a whole loser. And you get what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? So that right there lets you know how low vibrational we all are as a human being, as a species, as a human race. So until you can get over that, don't even think about what I'm talking about right now. This is beyond, this is above and beyond. This is when you get here, you realize Earth ain't so boring anymore. The way Earth is and the way the loops is just right for what you really got to take care of. Because you really, like in my position and where I'm at now, I'm really here to save certain energies. More or less save the souls of many, but I'm really here to save certain energy. Like I said, these is historical souls. So it's like they archives, they hard drives, historical. Like these hard drives don't even what was before Chronos now? Don't nobody really know. So these is hard drives that if I were God itself, I wouldn't want them to go away neither. I would try everything in my power to keep them. So that's the way I'm looking at it.